I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Healbot. This is Healbot right here for people who don't know what Healbot's used for. It's used for healers, and I'm going to go through a handful of reasons why Healbot's one of the better of options for healing and healing purposes. Okay, first of all, once you download Healbot, as you can also see, I had move anything. That's how come I have like this really weird UI if you're not used to it. Suck it up. Anyways, how to use Healbot quickly and easily. Once you have it downloaded, you're gonna hit the options tab. Once you hit the options tab, it's gonna open up this huge window of shit. You have a lot of different things that Healbot can do for you, but we're going to do just the primary basics. We're going to make it very short. In order to set up Healbot, you would go into spells. From spells, you would uh, up at the top half right here, it says what your buttons are. You got left button, middle button, right button, and then buttons 4 through whatever, if you have like a Naga or something like that, or a 7-button mouse like yours truly. All right, so anyways, what you're gonna do is that your very first left click on your mouse pad, you're going to hit, for me, I have Healing Wave, and for you, it depends on what kind of healer you are. But anyways, you would hit this little uh, question mark here. It's going to pull up a list of other options, right? If you have created a macro, see, here's all these macros that I created. I can choose any one of these macros to be linked to my left click. When I hover my mouse over the top of the person's name and left click it, it would click that macro. But for me in this case, I'm going to do healing spells, and I'm just going to do healing wave because that's what I did before. And then I would hit select, boom, that's how it's done, right? Now, every single type of healer that I know of, you have a weak heal, a mediocre heal, and a strong heal. Your weak heal gives you a small kickback of percentage of your mana back. Um, your mediocre gives you a even less kickback, and then last but not least, your largest heal gives you the least amount of mana kickback to you. So a majority of the healers out there, what they try to do is that they will put a hot on a character, which is a heal over time. Like for me on the shaman, it would be a riptide, right? I would stick a riptide on somebody and then I would hit them with a healing wave, and in between the healing wave and the riptide, it's going to equal almost as strong as a strongest heal that I have, which is Healing Surge, right? Now, here's the deal. When you're setting this up, I would strongly advise you have a couple options over here, right? I would strongly advise going your weakest hill on your left, medium hill in the center, strongest hill on the right. If you have additional buttons like myself, then I'll use cooldowns on my other remaining buttons so this way I don't have to deal with shit. But anyways, once you get your left set up and then you get your middle set up. Now, when you're on your middle one and it's one of your heals over time, I would strongly suggest clicking this button, the one that says auto target. And the reason how come I would strongly suggest that is let's say that you put your mediocre heal on that target directly back behind it, you're going to either want to use a major cooldown, like let's say if you're a druid and you wanted to put your mushroom up and do your AoE circle thing and it's on the tank, boom, done, because now you have that target focused, right? But all of your other spells that you have don't use auto target on any of your other spells. Okay, because if you do, you're defeating the purpose of using Healbot. And I'm going to show you why here in 2 seconds. So you would finish this up. I put Riptide inside of the middle, and on my far right hand side, Healing Surge, which is my strongest one, right? And then if you go through here, like on button 4, I got my Chain Heal, button 5. Oh, what did I have on button 5? Oh, I erased button 5. On button 5, I usually have. Oh, that's because I put it on my attack bar. I'll put uh, 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 Gift of the Naru on that. There you go. Select. There we go. That's what I took off before because I was on PvP. My bad. But anyways, you get the picture, right? So you're gonna hit that and then do this, okay? Now you have other options here. You do. Like if I hold down the Shift key and I clicked my 5 button, I could have a different spell linked onto this. So if I wanted to, I can go boom, and my Shift click will now be I don't know, let's make it Healing Rain. Why not? Okay, and then I would hit select. Boom. See how Healing Rain is now a shift click? I would have to hold down the shift key, my 5 button key, and be over the top of the name of that person. So here's the shift key and the 5 button key in tandem, and there I am with Healing Rain on myself for whatever reason. I don't know why I would do it, but there you go, right? Now, you do have those options, but if you're a first-time user of Healbot, I would strongly suggest not using any of these other ones because technically as a healer you only have really 3 major heals. Outside of that, you have a handful of cooldowns. Feel free to put your cooldowns on there too if it makes your life easier. But for the most part, you only have like 3 heals, right? So why make your life more complicated than what it already is? If you get right where I'm going, it's very easy if you just have a 3 button mouse just to be like, okay, left, middle, right, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, left, middle, left, right? If you get right where I'm going, it makes life very easy, right? Now, also, one of the options that they have is right here, auto trinket. So if you have a pop trinket, I purposely put a pop trinket on. This one right here is a pop trinket, right? So if you have a pop trinket on, what you can do, let me go left, and I'll just go 1, 2. It doesn't really matter, right? Because this is trinket 1, this is trinket 2, trinket 1, trinket 2. Okay, whatever, right? But anyways, I'm just going to give you an example of this, so this way you can actually fully see the pop trinket go off. See, I just left clicked it, my trinket went off. I got the 2726 versatility buff with that trinket. This is my PvP set, by the way. I do have an actual 4 piece from the raid, but I'm using these things just so this way I can show you what it does. All right, and I didn't have to do anything. All what I had to do was just left click myself. When the trinket's done with its cooldown, it will automatically pop the trinket and it will do the spell. Now, the advantage of having Healbot versus not having Healbot. If I don't have Healbot, I actually have to look at the target, and then I actually have to press one of these keys on my keyboard, the 1 through whatever key, or, you know, actually go in and click it to put the hill on the target that I'm looking at. Well, with Healbot, I don't have to do that. So that means if this guy was a boss and we were trying to kill it, right? I could be healing everybody, like I can heal myself, and I don't have to look at anything but that target, right? I'm healing myself again. I'm still not looking at anybody but that target. I even pop my trinket, but I'm not changing targets. So what does that mean? That means that it frees me up so I can
I need a
DPS.
target.
Well, obviously I can't DPS that target. Let's go over to one of these other targets over here. All right. So I'm going to heal myself. Look at that. I'm healing myself.
I
And
don't have a
I was able
target.
to kill that target. And I can continue healing myself, right? See, pretty easy. I don't have to switch targets. Now, that is in a nutshell how you set up Healbot.